It is natural to feel dreadful of the unknown. Yet, there are times when the unknown harbors hope. Like how I can never know what else this power.
I have the equipment ready. I'll need to check your health status and see if there are any unusual fluctuations. Now let's begin, if you're ready. Can you try to manifest the Crownless's frequency without using your terminal? I am not seeing the Crownless's data in your terminal. The Crownless's frequency energy was consumed by your body. But how did you manage to do that? It's as though there's another mechanism within your body capable of absorbing frequency energy. How do you define monster? For resonators, when a resonator's mental capacity is overwhelmed, they may lose control of their forte, causing an overflow of resonance energy. We have established a comprehensive overclock diagnosis process. Your waveform graph shows a remarkable level of... You don't need to worry about that for the time being. To put it simply, it seems there is another dimension or a creature hiding inside. I use that as a metaphor to express my There are so many mysteries. It seems we need a simulated... Please hold your terminal tight and stay still. Enemy's simulated training ground. Don't worry, Yang Yang and I will assist you. Please fight the simulated tacit discords like you normally would.
One with the sound.
Synchronization. Synchronization. Hi. Administering first aid.
As Yotan had previously detected, your bodily functions are in good condition, and you seem entirely unaffected by the Crownless's energy. We will temporarily boost your resonance ability for further testing.
Let me be your blade.
Stay vigilant.
Swift and resolute. One with the sound. The end has come.
Note the slightest fluctuation in your frequency energy. So it was not your resonance ability either. Let's try to do another round to fully test your potential.
Transmitting frequency.
Swift and resolute. No hesitation. One with the sound.
Let me be your blade. Deference!
We have gathered all the data we need. The test is ending soon. Rover, you can find the exit straight up ahead.
Rover, can you hear me? Hello?
The comm line is dead. Something's wrong. Gotta be cautious. Now, where is the exit? I'm back to the same spot again. And this moon. What is happening? Are those tacit discords?
Rover! Thank goodness! You're awake, Baiji. What happened just now? The connection was suddenly cut off.
Rover, do you still remember what you saw? Can you give us some more details? Giant tacit discord with a scythe. It doesn't sound like the crownless. Might be even higher ranked. This is the first time we've run into anything like this. The sonorosphere captures everything that once happened in a specific time and place, be it good or bad. We built this simulated training ground after the structure of sonorospheres. our goal was to extract pure remnant energy with the simulated. Your arrival may have revived. Remnant energy sometimes gives rise to I suspect it could have something. Such anomalies, I'm afraid I can't give you a conclusion yet. I'll also check in terms of bodily functions. You seem to be in, but if you feel anything unusual, please come find me.
I am Baizhi, a researcher at the Huashu Academy. Let me... Talk is cheap. Show me the action.
Here's your sundial, intact as it was.
Mr. Mortifi,
Simply put, it's It's not just this sundial is hollow. However, it's missing a crucial component. We should be able to spin the wheels on the sundial once the... Automata mechanics isn't my field of study. I specialize in developing tacitite weapons. But the foundational theories behind these applied technologies are quite similar. It wouldn't have taken me this long if we were installed. However, I still have... Well, that's a no-brainer indeed. We could certainly give it a try. One moment. What is it? You certainly are well informed. It's indeed beautiful data.
Rover, Mr. Mortifi's expression seems to have softened. We haven't even asked him to help us with assembly. It looks like Mr. Mortifi needs more time. Rover, let's come back later, shall we?
Yes, of course. I've already noticed all that you mentioned. Indeed, you just pointed out a blind spot in my thinking. Your workshop? That hellish... Stop sweet-talking me. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Let's get back to the sundial. It's a mortise and tenon-based puzzle box. The missing component in the middle needs to fulfill two entirely different structural requirements at the same time. Considering its entire structure, this component needs an automatic buckle that goes down on top of an embedded pointer. I'll draw up a design for you. The parts you'll need can be found in Jiang Li's workshop. I've already informed him about it. You'll only need to go fetch the parts in his place. He keeps a box full of them.
Mr. Mortifi? Is that the person you were talking to earlier? Mr. Xiang Li Yao, I think?
Yes. It doesn't take me much effort to figure out this little sundial here. But I do admit talking with Jiang Li made it easier. He's the expert in automata mechanics I mentioned earlier. The only principal investigator.
I mentally prepared myself for the worst, but this place looks... though it is a bit hard to figure out where we should start. this should be it. It's quite... Let's go back and show it to Mr. Mortifi. Mr. Mortifi, we found the...
Good. Bring it to me.
The test results are in. The mangosteen is just an ordinary fruit. It's suitable for regular consumption. From the purple leaf you presented, I detected subtle fluctuations in tacit discord's frequency from two distinct sources. But this is a rare occurrence. The scattered nature of these fluctuations rules out the... This is not an ordinary leaf, but it doesn't seem to be a tacit discord either. Based on the data we gathered, I believe it was sampled from an area struck with the wave-worn phenomena.
Yes, the anomalies that occurred after the lament, including the formation of tacit fields, etheric sea, retroact rain, and gravity loss. These are collectively called the wave-worn phenomena. And the lament was the start of it all.
As for the sugar pearl, it has been determined to be a type of oral vaccine. This sugar pearl expired over 20 years ago. The low-temperature storage life for this vaccine is about 2 years.
A 20-year-old vaccine. Could it be related to the children's epidemic in Zhengzhou 2 decades ago?
The archives in the Academy should have information on the sugar pearl. The archives here are organized in a unique way. You can start by searching the keywords at the lobby terminal.
Mr. Mortifi?
The missing pointer has been installed, and now the sundial should be complete.
So, the discs are rotatable now.
Yes. Align the correct markers with the pointer we just installed, and then you should be able to open it. Hold on. Remember when I said don't force it open? Crank that thing another 5 degrees, and not even Zhang Li Yao will be able to save it.
The earthly branches and 4 symbols. These symbols are related to the sexagenary cycle. It's an intricate way of recording time in Huanglong. Now,
It's the filing system. Most of Huanglong's libraries and databases still use this method to organize their archives, namely the Grand Libraries. The Academy's public archives are organized in this manner too.
I found it. It's located on the Mao Cheng Si Wu Wei. Rover, it's here. There are 2 photos here. Huh. If I remember correctly, Jinzhou was established during the Gorges of Spirits battle that sparked Jinzhou's founding. And the formidable tacit discord described here? Rover, about the sugar pearl. Life has never been easy after the lament, but I still remember that sweetness from my childhood. The battle against that epidemic in Jinzhou was grueling. Once infected, words are not enough to convey how desperate people must have felt. They resorted to self-experiment. We owe our presence here to those who came. If the sugar pearl points to the is it related to your past? Are you Rover? About the sugar, what do you think, Rover?
Let's look back on what we've gathered so far. Simply put, one token, we both had a reason for meeting. The magistrate had information to
I'm back! I'm back! Finally done with my patrol.
Gaiju said he is in great health. We made some progress in investigating the tokens, too.
Nothing special. A typical... I received a report about... Oh, I also tried searching for Rover's terminal number, but the system came up with nothing. The latest Huh? Are you not going to investigate? All right, I still owe you a meal.
Do you have a place to stay, Rover? I have a vacant guest room in my house.
Aren't you forgetting something, Yang Yang? Rover told us this... All right, enough chatter or the sun's gonna come up. Let's get Rover back to the city hall, and we'll leave the rest till tomorrow. Mrs. Panwa, good morning. 3 bowls of extra spicy noodles. What did I tell ya?
What do you say, Rover?
Looks like Bijur's locked herself in the lab. No, wait. Since you're the subject of that research, we could use you as bait to lure her out. And with just a few tugs of the rope, I bet every researcher will come running at you with Bijur leading the pack. Hook, line, and by the way, now that we figured out the sugar pearl and the sundial, all that's left. So it only took us 1 trip to the account.
What's our next plan of action, Rover?
That's the spirit. Been beating my brain up until now. Whoa, she's fast. She's fierce.
Oh, please stop it, you two.
It's a no-go for me if you're leaving the city. My shift's coming up. Protect Rover well, and shoot me a message if you need anything, all right?
Without a doubt. We resonators can boost our combat abilities, but if you feel like it, head to Instructor Yan at the training camp for extra practice.
Yan, did you hear that? Is that...
That should be the Midnight Ranges training camp. Let's not worry, Instructor Yan is in charge of training new recruits. I heard he's pretty. Defense at the city gate has been strengthened. It wasn't like this when we came back.
Access pass is required if you're heading to the Norfall Barrens. That place is... What is your business, young lady? It's my 3rd shift and you're still here.
Oh, you must be the soldier on duty at noon yesterday. Nice to see you again. I'm a resonator and a trained martial artist. I can handle myself. I've promised the missing man's grandfather to bring him back. Would you let me through?
Be that as it may, I cannot let you, given the current circumstances.
Well, everything seems fine in the city.
That's why we must stay vigilant, so people in the city can go on peacefully with their lives. Besides, General Jian is currently there at the Norfall Barrens base. Dangerous as it is, he will keep an eye on every soldier, including we have already sent a report on your case. You could just go home and wait for the good news. What's the point of...
Thank you, but I have already asked the patrol station for help and tried every method I could think of. Please let me through. I promised I understand your concern. I don't want to be a bother. Would it help if I hid my presence and stayed somewhere further away? How about 5 miles? Or maybe 100? Well, 1,000 might be too far, though. I wouldn't be able to see you clearly.
Listen, nobody knows when the soldiers will return, and even if they do, you might not find the one you seek. It's a dangerous road ahead if you want to reach the front lines, and you don't even have an access pass. Your access pass has been verified. Just you two?
Thank you for your help. I really appreciate it. I intend to leave the city with them, and they have agreed.
Well, it says you have the highest level of access. So, no. Honestly, she could lead an entire troop out of the city with that access pass, and no one would question it.
Sure.
So you're looking for the relative of a veteran, and you believe he's in the Midnight Rangers camp in Desert Island?
Exactly. According to what I've gathered, Mr. Zhang, thanks to your help, I can finally leave the city to find him. Of course.
You don't look like soldiers.
I am Yang Yang, an outrider of the...
A missing person. The one you're looking for.
Yes. Have you seen him?
I met him once. I think a quartermaster of the rear guards escorted him. He must be in the rear guards camp. He can't be anywhere else. The actual...
Thank you.
Now, if you're heading that way, I have a request for you. On your way there, you should run into 2 detection beacons. They just went offline. Could you go check on them?
Sure, we will.
Great. I'll send the coordinates to your terminal.
Speeding up.
Is that the beacon?
They don't look like soldiers.
Greetings. What might interest you here?
Nothing really.
Excuse me, about this detection beacon.
Run, everyone!
I can't move. So hungry.
Oh, please don't arrest us! We really had no choice.
What happened? Do you need help?
The battles are getting real bad up north, and we ain't eaten in ages. And we're broke. Then we found some expensive-looking stuff here. Now that the military's out there fighting and nobody's really using these things.
A damage detection beacon might result in a sudden TD invasion from the direction it covers. Our frontline troops would face attacks from both sides.
We ain't got the time for that. If we don't steal, we'd starve to death before the tacit discords kill.
You shouldn't be stealing public property. Please, return the parts. There's still some distance from here to Jinzhou City. Here, you can have my Oh, and here's some money. This should be enough for you to reach the city.
You're giving us all of these? Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, you! Come over and say thank you before you eat.
It was nothing. Master once told me, the sage takes care of all men and abandons none.
Watch out!
A tough night, yeah.
I just helped you. Why did you attack us?
You're not feeding us all with your bread and pennies. Hand over your goods and grub, or face the consequences. We ain't messing with no kids, but don't test our patience. Just do as you're told.
We're begging you, stop! We surrender! Take us in!
Why did you attack us when I already gave you food and